Hello, this is Curtis Hordge with National Adjustment Services. Welcome to HireYourOwnAdjuster.com. Today I want to talk about the upcoming TAPIA conference in San Antonio. Stay tuned. Okay, let's get to it. As you may or may not know, there's a TAPIA conference, the Texas Association of Public Insurance Adjusters. Our fall conference is coming up in San Antonio, October the 28th through the 30th. It's going to be at the Embassy Suites on the riverfront. And I'm looking forward to definitely be a part of that. It's an opportunity for public adjusters in Texas and some out-of-state adjusters to come in to talk about what we got going on in the industry. And there's a lot going on in the industry right now. A lot of things are changing. It's constantly changing. Policies are changing. As you know, your premium may have went up. Your deductible may have went up. Texas, they say Texas and Oklahoma now has the highest deductible in premiums in the nation. Unbelievable. How do we get to this? We'll be having the special guests coming on the show, talk about more things to help us get to an understanding of what's going on in insurance in Texas. But as for now, I want to talk about the upcoming conference. The conference is very, very good. If you're a public adjuster in Texas, you need to try to make this conference. The people in this conference are some of the people who bought public adjusting to Texas. The history of public adjusting in Texas is at this conference. It's the strongest conference, the strongest organization that we have in Texas that advocate for public adjusters. TAPIA, the Texas Association of Public Insurance Adjusters, is just awesome. I mean, I've been a part of them since like 2008 in Houston when they first kind of reconvened and brought it back together. We have a lot of different trial attorneys that actually these guys go after insurance companies that actually, don't do their insurance right. These lawyers are standing by to help them. I know a lot of them, and I'm sure most of them will be coming on the show pretty soon. As soon as I get their confirmation that they're going to be on, you'll hear from them. And they're normally there. A lot of the vendors, all types of vendors, from restoration companies to engineers, all type of software developers and everything like that. Anything that a public adjuster will probably use on any type of claim, we have some kind of vendor there that can help them facilitate their business and help them get things they need to produce a settlement on that claim. But I'm so excited about San Antonio. San Antonio is always great. I love to be down there with the River Walk. Love the food, love the people. They got a very famous hat shop down there I like to go to. That's been there since 1944. And I like to buy some of their special hats. They got hats all around the world. A lot of history in San Antonio. Hoping I run into the Bushman because I probably would be scared. I don't want to look weak when he scared me with, I'm concerned about that. See, he's down there a lot. Don't do that. But basically, the conference is going to be great. We got great speakers. The organization has been wonderful through the years. We've been really coming to a better. It's been a better organization. It's just getting better and better. Great people, great leadership. I'm on the board of directors. I'm one of the past presidents. The current president right now, we had him on the show here a few weeks ago, Tim Woodard, and also the upcoming president, which is Ches Bostic. We spoke with him on the last show. But I'm very grateful to be able to come and talk about what it is. What's the great thing it is about for public adjusters? What is the wonderful thing that TAPIA provides for the public adjusters? First off, it's the continuing education hours. If you go to all the TAPIA meetings, you will fulfill what the state is required for your continuing education. All your ethic hours, all your in-class hours will be fulfilled because the speakers that speak, they speak on specific topics that are relevant in the industry for people to get the information that's right now what's going on. These lawyers, these professionals usually have the background information that we probably can't get from the insurance company. They have this information and they tell it to us. We are able to ask questions, and it's a real vast amount of public adjusters and attorneys that are there to ask specific questions. We can get good answers. And while we're doing that, we're getting continuing education. They have a lot of sessions. They have great breaks. It's not so tight to where you feel like you're just in a class all day. It's spread out very well. There's cocktail parties, there's dinners, everything is provided for us. They really do a great job of making sure the public adjusters are treated well. The hotels treat us nice. They respect us. It's just a great opportunity to meet some of the best in the industry that are doing it in Texas. And Texas has a reputation of getting things done. We get things done here, and they respect the public adjusters in Texas. Other states have a lot of issues, and we have our own issues too as well. But we fight for what we believe. We fight for the insured to make sure we can do this business and take care of them and be in a better position to fight on their behalf. That's what TAPIA does. So I want to kind of go over some of the speakers that'll be there. We got Mr. John Pruitt. He's going to talk about myths and facts in insurance handling claims. You got Jeff Reisner. It's going to be talking about ethic guardrails. How can PAs avoid crossing the line into unauthorized practice of law? The industry's like this, and I always kind of say it like this. The roofers, the roofing contractors, they have a certain area they can stay in to where they can't cross over to what we do. It's called unauthorized practice of public adjusting. So when they start trying to negotiate on claims, talking policy, representing property owners, they've stepped into a PA role, a public adjuster role, and left the roofing contracting role. They can write an estimate. They can meet the adjuster, but they can't negotiate. They can't talk about, the claim and try to, represent you on the claim. That is against the law, it's against the rules. And then we can't talk, as public adjusters, we can't talk law. We can't talk about, the law says this, the law says that we're stepping over into the attorney's role. So we have to be careful to stay in our lane. Everybody got to stay in their lane. So, the roofers are watching the public adjusters watching the roofers, attorneys are watching the public adjusters. It's just, so we all kind of making sure we all doing our part and not overstepping our bounds. And so that's how it goes. But Jeff Reisner, great guy, known him for a long time. There's also Clint Brasher, advocacy and claims handling. We need that. Estimating. This is John Pruitt talk about the public adjuster estimating, getting the estimate right. And so that's good information. Appraisal. And I have one of my best friends on the coming on to talk about appraisal, but he was not able to make this show, but he's going to come in on a later show. He does a lot of special stuff with the special forces and stuff like that. So he's out, catching predators. So he couldn't make the show. He had an emergency situation came up, and I respect that. John C. Robinson is talking about appraisal, the cutting edge of infamous green wire. And then Frank Winston known him for a long time, alternative dispute resolution in the insurance claim process. There's also Chad T. Wilson, development of the legal side and how they will impact you. These attorneys always make sure we keep our files. They talk about keeping our files in the best way to where if they have to take this file and take it to a legal standpoint of view, they have what they need in the file to have them come out successful in what they do. So we get this information, we write it down, we learn it. And so we prepare our files to make sure that if we can't settle a claim with the insurance company, if the insurance company dig their feet in the ground and say, we're not paying it. We don't care what you say. We don't owe it. We don't think we owe it. We got an engineer to back us up and say why we don't owe it. And we said, well, these people, they're wrong. We think we need to get an attorney. And these are the attorneys that we call on to help us, take that claim to the next level. And they are very effective at what they do. They do this for a living. The other thing is I want to talk about some of the schedule of the conference. So 28 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. we do a board meeting. It's a board meeting. It's long. It's 3 hours long. But it's a first. We do once a month phone calls on our board meetings. But this is when we actually come together, and a lot of new ideas and stuff come into that situation, and we talk about that. From 5 to 7, that is the welcome reception, and normally this is sponsored by one of the attorneys. It's open bar. It's finger food, and then at that play, you talk to everybody, you meet everybody, and then you're able to decide which firm you're probably going to go with to go have dinner. And they eat at some of the nicest restaurants. They take good care of us, and we love that. We appreciate that. We try to find a way to give these guys business if we're able. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't have a lot of claims to go to attorneys, but some of us do. And if you do, these are the guys you want to be turning your business into because they look out for you, and they really appreciate the public adjusters. 8:30 the next morning, that's opening remarks. The 9 to 10, that's the first class. That's for the alternative dispute and facts. Then we got a break. And it's it's a 10 a.m. to 10:30. 10 a.m. to 10:30 is a break. That's a 30-minute break after one class. That's how we do it. We have plenty of time to break, plenty of time to see our sponsors, plenty of time to go see all of the displays of people who have their software, their product, whatever it is, and they have their own room to go in, and they give you a whole lot of freebies. I mean, it's like Yeti cups and all kind of stuff. They have a lot of stuff to give away. I keep it back. Oh yeah, my office people love it. But basically, they don't want to take it back with them. They say take two, take them all. They want you to take the stuff, which is great. And so you can find a lot of stuff you'll usually need, like chalk, measuring things, whatever, tape measures. They have a lot of stuff they give away for free because they want you to remember, and their business name is on it, and they want you to be able to take that and use it, and remember them in the case if you need them. So that's a good thing. Then we have, like I said, the breaks. The classes. We have lunch sponsored by a certain. We have dinner sponsored by somebody. It's just sometimes a hotel will sponsor stuff for us, and they'll do a nice meal for us. Then there'll also be the changing of the guard, and because it's fall. Tim Woodard will be, giving over the baton over to Ches Bostic, which is the vice president right now. So that'd be a great thing to see that happen. You know what I'm saying? And we have a members only meeting with all the members. You're able to come in as a non-member. You can come as a non-member. You can come as a couple of times. Then you got to register for it, where you can actually be a member. They give you the opportunity to come check it out before you actually have to, commit. So basically, I want to talk about that conference because it's great, and I want you guys to really consider coming out and being a part of it, because I've been doing it since 2008, and every time I go to that conference, it encourages me. It makes me feel better about what I do. It's like take a load off from all the dealing with the insurance company, dealing with this certain adjuster. This guy's giving me a hard time. He's not wanting to do right. He's being difficult. It helps us get past all that and understand why we're in this business. We're in this business because of the people, to help the people. The people need our services, and we're here to provide it for them. And that's what we want to do. And we take all of the dings and the shots and the cuts and the bruises for them, only to serve them, to make sure they have someone to represent their interests. And the way insurance is now, you really need somebody on your side. It's almost getting to where it's impossible to have a successful claim and not have somebody to help you. It's just getting that bad. They're changing so much. They now want to pay for the simplest thing they know they owe. They're making you ask for it, fight for it, and finally give in, and it's like, why? Just pay it. It's like, that's what they're doing. Ever since Texas freeze and COVID, a lot has changed in the insurance industry. We're going to dive into that a little later, and I'm going to talk to you about that. But I want to encourage you guys to make it to the TAPIA conference, October 28th through the 30th, San Antonio, Texas, on the Riverwalk, Embassy Suites. Go to mytapia.org, and you can check on the register. You can look at what I just went over today, the conference itself, the agenda, and you can talk to our administrative assistant, Mr. Richard May, which is great. He's very useful in answering any questions you may have. Just call the organization. But I want to thank you for allowing me to talk about that. I ask that you would just try to make yourself available if you can. If you are, come see me and say you saw it on the show. I'd appreciate it. So like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.